Nithyanandam, this is my Nitya Shiva Mayananda and Lin Wang from Sweden and originally actually from China, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, and I'm from the Netherlands, as you all know, and we are both living with Swamiji, Sri Paramahamsa Nithyananda, and he is actually guiding all of us, everybody who is seeking for some kind of a conscious breakthrough. He is guiding us through that breakthrough in a very, very nice, beautiful, awesome way. So we were actually talking a bit like what actually is that conscious breakthrough, if it is even possible to define that clearly, but at least we can give you some examples from our own experience and give you a bit of an idea of what it can be like. So what is your experience?
For me, it's before the experience itself, of course, I know the knowledge that we are not only this body and this mind, we are also consciousness. So there's some other dimension that is beyond this mind and this body. So conscious breakthrough is that unknown part of us wakening up. So for me, the experience is like I would know and behave in a way that the knowing and the behavior itself is not coming from the body and the mind, but it's from a higher dimension of myself. So, and which is, of course, aligning with the cosmic truth, which is a fundamental truth. It's nothing. It has nothing to do with morality and the Maya side of right or wrong. Yes.
Yes.
Should I give more examples? I can. For example, after the third eye is awakened by Swamiji, we are given the power of knowing all. Like we know everything, we can download the answer from the cosmic intelligence. So that is certainly not the mind and the body dimension. So, for example, before I want to go somewhere, or when I'm looking for somebody, I can see through the third eye, and then I know, should I go there, or is that person here? So that is a conscious dimension behavior. It's certainly not like the body or the mind is doing that. The intelligence is not from there. And also, one interesting experience I have developed is that when I'm out of authenticity, I can feel it from my stomach. For example, if I utter something, if I say something, especially when I do scanning for people, when I tell them, give them advice or tell them the incidents that happened to their past lives, if that was not true, my stomach would react. It's so funny. Like I would immediately tell them, oh, let me see again through my third eye, that what I said was not true. Like the authenticity itself happens on the physical dimension. So that is also like a very interesting feeling when I experience consciousness itself. So really funny.
Awesome. Yeah. Actually, that reminds me of this morning. We had all the Mahasadashi Voham participants who are here following a month-long program with Swamiji. They were all doing the Kundalini Raju yoga, and that is yoga on the rope. So doing asanas on the rope, and it definitely awakens your Kundalini very easily. It was the second day the participants did it, and actually so much of breakthrough happened through the movements of the body, because it is like how Swamiji said, it is aligning the body to the geometry of the universe, and how you can practically experience that is that literally you release things you are keeping in your body, like ideas about your body, about what you are capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing. Like literally letting go of that, freeing yourself by doing the asanas on the rope. because yeah, it is an extraordinary feeling. And also you have like between your toes, your first two toes, and also like here between your thumb and your first finger, like special points that are connected to consciousness. And by doing rope yoga, you use those to literally to hold the rope. And with your first two toes also you hold that rope. So you are stimulating those parts of the body that you actually hardly ever use when you're not doing rope yoga. And you know, like that, it is so awesome that there are so many ways to actually stimulate your consciousness or awaken your consciousness and experience yourself in so many different ways, and aligning yourself to what you actually truly are, because that is what I feel Swamiji is doing again and again. He just shows us like, hey, who you think you are, it's not you. Because we have so many ideas about ourselves, and it is just, we had some experience and we took a conclusion or a decision about who we are from that experience, and then we carry that with us actually as if it is the truth. But he is showing us a much higher truth, that we are all just made of that same divine consciousness, and that there is nothing actually that you cannot do. And that is still mind-boggling, like that there's literally nothing that you cannot do.
No, that's true. We are infinite with possibilities, and we are limitless. We are full of potentials. So when you were talking about this consciousness breakthrough, I just suddenly realized one thing. Like, actually, everybody has the experience. We have this inner conflict. So one side of us is speaking of something we really desire. The other side of us is denying that. So the side that is talking about the desire, that is actually the consciousness. It's from our soul. The mind will always speak against that. So that is the part from the Maya. So by understanding that, we understand that consciousness exists. And by living with the avatar, by attending Swamiji's programs, he also gives us this a possibility to even know other person's thought. So that is only consciousness can do. Like we can read other people's mind, and we can see their past lives. We behave in a way that not the mind even know why. Like sometimes I would do things and say things that I don't know where it comes from, but it's just true. So that is certainly consciousness. It's somewhere from the cosmic intelligence. It's the oneness we are with the cosmic intelligence. It's the same life material we carry, which the eyes cannot see. The physical eyes cannot see, which is
third eye can.
Exactly, which is the real us.
Yes, indeed, and all of that other thoughts that the mind produces about us, it's just covering up, like putting a blanket to all that intelligence that is running our lives actually for us. If we are just aligned to the whole universe and the cosmos, and we let just life expressing through us. And I felt also like the last Mahasara Shivoham in December, I was translating, volunteering there, and so I was not doing any special process or meditation or whatever, but being with Swamiji literally made me feel completely different after that month, because before I would sometimes have that low inner image kicking in, and I was still feeling as if it was a part of me actually, as if I could not completely go without, sometimes thinking that I'm not capable of certain things, or just doubting myself. And since that Mahasara Shivoham, I'm actually experiencing so many times in a day even that I think like, oh my God, life is actually so easy. Life is actually so easy. If you are just aligned and using your third eye, things become just so easy. I cannot have better words for it. I know I said three times the same, but it is literally how I'm feeling.
People who are watching would be like, what? How? I have similar experience. Well, just while you were sharing, I have this cognitive click. Like what happened to me when I start to express third eye powers and start to live in this breathing space of the avatar. When the consciousness is becoming stronger and stronger, it's taking over of my behavior and my physical dimension. One outcome I noticed recently is that I become happier. Like suddenly I have this craving for knowing life, like this intensity in my heart in front of life. Like suddenly I just feel even drinking water itself is a funny thing. Like small things becoming so much more. The intensity I experience from life is so much more. And the hot weather today, people would be like, oh, really? Are we going to carry this heavy stuff in 40 degrees? That's really like tearing. But when the consciousness is waking up and you are living, not knowing why, you're just more like life loving. And what I experienced was like, this is actually fun. I wish I could just work in this temperature and faint, like that intensity, you know. I would just like live life. So this is something I developed like on the physical level, that because of the conscious growth. It's difficult to really see the logic, but it's somehow connected. Like the consciousness growth, it has some impact on the mind and the body also.
Yes, and I'm literally seeing that, like, if you look at the participants coming and going here, it's like so many different, totally different, colorful people in one room. And I have no clue how Swamiji does it, but he gives every single person exactly that breakthrough, or breakthroughs, I can say, that they are waiting for. Like wherever they are, because we are all on our own journey and in a different path of what we are seeking for, or what we want to make it happen, or which desires we want to have fulfilled. But whatever it is, you get exactly the power to do that. So it is. Sometimes people ask, what is the program schedule, or what do you do in that program? Well, you just be here and experience, because there's no way to explain what is actually happening here. And if I have to put it into words, you just manifest powers, and through that you are going through so many processes that actually clean up your whole system and give you just a completely new idea about who you actually are.
Do you still want me to add something, or okay? I just
one more thing.
Yes, one more thing.
Definitely.
Swamiji shared yesterday about this awesome aspect of Mahasada Shivoham program. He said literally, because he knows that human beings are not willing to change and not even engage themselves to use their brains to live life. Like that was how he described humanity nowadays. So he has made this program so easy for us. We just put the body here. He will put the thought current in us. Like what will happen to us after this 31 days is that we will naturally develop powerful cognition when we face difficulties. Like some part of us is put by him, the avatar. Like we literally have a new dimension in us without knowing how it happened after 31 days. And we go out and live our own life, we suddenly realize, oh, I'm a divine being. Like, this is not a problem. When we face the same problem, we'll just naturally decide from a powerful space. That was really awesome. I don't know how he does that, but it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes it so easy also. And if you are one of those who thinks like, somebody else putting a thought current in you, is that okay? Yes, it is definitely, it is making it
Depending
so easy.
on whom, but
Because, yeah, that is the main thing. Because our parents, our friends, our teachers, the whole society have already put so many thought currents in us. By you taking it up from whatever happened in your environment and whatever conclusions and decisions you took upon that. But most of it happened completely unconscious. So, and then you're stuck with it. And Swamiji is like a doctor. He's operating and getting the bad ones in terms of it's giving you powerlessness. It's not helping you to manifest how you want to live your life. That he takes out, and then he puts new ones in. Like he put in my head clearly, like actually life is so easy. Mm-hmm. You know, I was always feeding somewhere unconsciously that life was difficult. It very nice, wonderful, awesome, but also difficult. Then that I just took a conclusion out of some situations in which it took a lot of effort, I thought, to get what I wanted in life. And now with this powerful cognition of actually life is so easy, from there, the whole space is open to just go and do stuff. And so many powerful cognitions are there. Also, when we love ourselves more and more and more, and we start realizing more and more and more that we are just infinite possibilities. It's this wonderful, blissful space of just manifesting your reality. Yes. And that is what we are enjoying here just on a daily basis, and for which I am so grateful that I can live this life, and actually that I found this whole Vedic tradition that is teaching us how to live like this. Yeah? And that Swamiji is here to guide us, because there are not much like him.
No.
So it is like such a fortunate happening when you find your master and like to be able to live with him. He's literally gonna make history.
Yes, actually I talked with a devotee yesterday. He's been following Swamiji for a while, but I was so shocked. He didn't even know Swamiji's, like, the avatar is different compared with enlightened human master. So I told him an enlightened human master is from planet Earth, but an avatar is actually from the consciousness, the universe. Like, Swamiji is not a human being. He's the most conscious being there is in the whole cosmos, who is living in a human form on planet Earth. So there is no better place than Bangalore Adinam, which is the heaven on earth. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It definitely is. So if you want to join us, let us know. If you want to get into contact with us, know more about all of these powers, know more about Swamiji, know more about India, whatever it is, just get